So it's 7:15 and I'm about, what, 10 minutes from the lake, and you might notice I'm not moving anywhere and I haven't broke down. I am stopped for some food at a lovely little roadside kebab house. Yeah boy, go and get that mixed kebab done, lid. Happy days. So yeah, I'm just he's just looking at me like, what the f is this guy filming? So yeah, just stopped up because I'm absolutely starving, and yeah, I forgot to eat all day really. I've been that busy, so just thought I'd stop and grab some, and then I'm all fed because it's going to be what, 7:30 by the time I'm walking around the lake, and I'm going to be fully charged up, no messing around, ears on a pond. I've had a look at the weather just now, it's flat calm, happy days. So yeah, I'll be able to hear anything, especially a little bit later on as sort of 10, 11, 12 o'clock creeps in. The road that runs alongside Bearfield or
Try again.
The road that runs alongside Dinton will quieten down, because you got I think it's like the M4 or something that runs down the back there. It's really loud probably this time of day, but as it gets later, the quieter that road gets, the more I'll be able to hear them, hopefully. So we shall see. Not far off, I got loads to do as way of sort of setting up my kit. I got some new bits and bobs because me swingers were getting a bit dicey, my butt grips have been getting a bit dicey, so I got myself a few new bits in that, so I'm going to be switching that over. I've got a change from the casting braid where I was last time at St John's and A1 pits. Got to go back to the sort of heavy sinking braids. Got that got the Ridge Monkey gear, it's nice stuff. The £30 stuff I think is a lot more suited to me. I'm going to cast it too far, but it sinks like a brick, so yeah, Gotta get them spills on. Got loads to do. Rigs tie, bait prep, loads to do. So probably might not even have any rigs out until gone midnight at least. Depending on how quick I find them. If I hear them, I'm like, yeah, let's go. But if I hadn't heard anything by midnight, I'm probably going to hazard a guess. I've got a couple of places in my mind where I think I'd like to sort of start with good views and good sort of places to hopefully hear them, and places where I've sort of known them to sort of hold in the past, if you like. But yeah, by all accounts, there's no one down there, and I haven't done a fish for a long time, sort of 5-6 weeks or something. So yeah, that's me done. I'll speak to you in a bit. If I start hearing them, you'll probably see my face again, no doubt in night mode, because it's getting on for winter now. What are we, mid-November, so hardly any light. Right, I'm gonna get this kebab, can't wait. Yeah, oh yeah boy, I am ready. Hello. It is probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock maybe. I am in a swim. Basically what happened is about 4 weeks ago, is actually when the last fish was out, I did a guestie down here with my brother, because you get 4 nights of guest ticking. I don't know what that was. Four nights of guest tickets. You won't know this because I didn't vlog it, because I just had a little bit of me and my bro time. And I did 2 nights on a guest with him, and I fished in a swim called Other Slope. And to cut a long story short, anyway, I fished in here before that anyway, and I had some wraps for it. It's only short range, you know, 40 yards or so, and I dropped in it because I'd fished it before. This way I dropped last time I came with him. I got a couple of rigs out in the dark because we turned up about midnight. It was his birthday. We turned up about midnight. I got a couple of rods out, put a few spawns out, and I had fish sheeting on me the next morning. How I didn't get a bite, I don't know. And then again, the next morning after that, they were sheeting on me again. I had a couple of liners definitely caught. One stuck its head out behind me. It was like, they were definitely there, and I just didn't get a bite. I mean, this is just classic Dinton sometimes, you know, you hear these scary stories on here especially, and it does happen, and it happened to me. I sort of figured out why I didn't get the bites, I think, and I sorted out for the sort of last night, and yeah, they weren't there the next morning, so I don't know. So I've sort of, that's the only thing I've had to go on really. I've got an idea of where I think they might be in my mind, which is the Slopey, and then I'm in the other Slopey, which is weird. So you got the Slopey and the other Slopey. is the slope is on this bank, but it's further down. Done a couple of nights in there this season as well, and got some spots in there. So I was going to go there because that's where my mind's saying I think that's where the fish are, just weirdly as you do. But yeah, I've come in the other slopey. So confusing this, isn't it? I've come in the other slopey because this is where I finished last time. There was fish here. It's not too crazy conditions. I'm here in a t-shirt. It's mid-November, t-shirt on. It's 13 degrees. And I'm sat here tying rigs. I just thought I'm not going to get set up properly. I've chucked my browie up just to hide the light a bit, put my mozzie mesh across, and I'm just sat here, bed out, tying some rigs in the sort of quiet. The road's gone quite quiet now, and I've just aired my first one already, and it was only out to me right here, probably out in front of the swim to me right. Well, it was, but it was more this side. It's probably only 40 yards off this bank. Wow. What a start. It only just sort of thrashed out, but that's how we show on here sometimes. It wasn't a big bulge, but it was definitely a carp, and it was a show. And now I've just like, my confidence has gone from 99 to 199. So yeah, I'm still not in a rush. Rigs are tied, they're on the rods. I've had to switch my spools, so I'm just gonna I've got the Raptor spot on my phone. I know exactly the line. I've got a beautiful lit up horizontal marker there. I can get 3 rods on this spot, no problem. If it's still there, obviously the weed and that would have been dying off, so it might not be there, but I'm going to clip the leading rod up now. I'm going to chuck a rod, or maybe 2 leads out, one to the left of the spot, one to the right. If it's still clear like it was last time, 3 rods are going out there, probably put 5-6 bombs of bait over the top, and I'm fishing for the night, aren't I? And get up in the morning, real early, yeah, probably an hour before first light, and yeah, get my eyes and ears on the pond and see what happens. Maybe even have a carp. Doubt it, mate. Come on, calm down. But yeah, the last fish out was that session about 3-4 weeks ago. That was the last one out. I actually did pictures of it. Real nice fish for the guy who had it, and that was next door as well. So yeah, still things to go on, isn't it? You know, when I could have lapped and nothing happened, so I just thought I've got to make rigs, I've got to change my spools, so I'll pitch up here a little bit. If nothing happens, I thought in the next hour or so while I'm doing that, I'll go for a mooch up the other end of it. But as it happens, I've just aired one while I'm sat here. You know, sometimes your best thing to do is just get in a place and sit and do something rather than lapping. You can quite easily do too much. You're not listening as well, so sitting in one place for a long period of time, if you've got something to be doing on the bank, can really help you. And that's what's happened, and I've aired one. So I'm going to stop waffling on, get some rods out. It's midnight, the rods is out. I'm happy enough. I'm not massively confident with the spot, but the fishing, I didn't want to smash it up too much, but they've gone down. Put six bombs out of bait, all super accurate. Got 3 drops, the fishing, and I've aired another fish while I was getting my rods out. That was slightly to me right and across a bit. Say it was mid-water between me and a swim called the Social. So both fish have been sort of right of me and a bit out, which I'm not a million miles away, so that's a fucking great start. But yeah, obviously eyes and ears are peeled, so I'm going to stay up as late as I can. I'm like a new man, you know. I've got a load of new sort of kit. I'll show you tomorrow. Say kit, but a few new bits and bobs to treat myself, you know. Kid at Christmas. But one thing I've got is a cool bag. I haven't really been using a cool bag much recently. I just sort of put it here, there and everywhere. But yeah, this is quite cool. Hey, get it? But yeah, it's pretty good. But the main thing is a buddy brought on me everything, got everything all neat. That's how keen I am. I'm so like keen, Roy keen. I've tidied everything out, got it all nice and neat and that. But I didn't fill up my buddy's tea sugar coffee, so I'm basically got no sugar and I've got 2 tea bags. What? That is absolutely non-essential. I'm devastated. So I am going to have to take a trip back to the van at some point, because I'm pretty sure I've got a little bit scroungy bit of coffee and maybe a bit of sugar rotten somewhere, and definitely got a few tea bags. But yeah, Anyway, rods is out. I've had 2 carp since I've been here. The rods are out, the bait's over the top. Kettle's going on, but it's on. I'm just gonna chill and have a brew. What more is he to want, man? I'm just so happy. Honestly, I can't get this grin off my face. I'm just so happy that I'm just out and yeah. People that get it, get it. I'm sure you all getting it right now. Just me. See you in the morning, maybe in the night. Morning. It's about 6:30. I've wasted only turning the camera, you won't see me. Yeah, been sat here for about, oh, buddy zoom in. Been sat here for about the past half an hour. Slowly getting lighter, but it's a bit misty, so I've been sat here. Not had to get up. It's been late. Oh, sorry if that's made you yawn. Yeah, I can't even see anything. Oh, there we go. Hey. Yeah, just been like here, basically chilling, scrolling through the gram, having a look at a few emails, because I don't need my eyes just yet. I'm just using my ears. But wow, can't believe I'm like on fish. Say on fish, I'm definitely not in the right zone. We'll see what happens today. I'm in no rush. There's no one mooching around or anything. But yeah, definitely in the right sort of zone. I'm thinking about either to swim to my right or across to the right, which is a swim called the Social. I had 8 fish, I think 7 or 8 fish in total last night. Madness. Well, not madness, it was expected, to be honest. One of the main things I learned was obviously where they are. That is the main thing, which is slightly to my right, and the showing about between, I'd say it was about 11, maybe half 11, up until about 1:30, and then yeah, I ended up staying up to about probably 2:15 and didn't hear anything from 1:30. So I think that was my little window, like an hour and a half, 2 hours window. So obviously I'm going to be up at that time tonight, listening about whether I've moved or not. And I think I found them. I could easily move. They've moved because of me, or the weather's changed, or whatever. I need to know if they're there still. Yeah, right. There's a mist on, or fog stroke mist. Road's getting busier in the background. So it always wakes you up, you know, when it's starting to get sort of 6:30, 7 o'clock. The roads start getting busy. Right, I've got one bloody tea bag. I haven't even got any coffee, no sugar. What a noddy. Saved one tea bag last night for now. Now's the time. Right, we are finally getting somewhere with a bit of a light. Still a little bit of a haze on, but I can see what's going on, which is nothing. I do make myself laugh sometimes. I'm a idiot. Plan is, I feel like the actual Social swim is here. See, I was thinking it was right at the end of this point, but it isn't. It's actually here. That fish that come right out was like in line with the corner of this. I even seen the rings. It's probably 40 yards off that bank, and I've definitely been hearing them to me right here. That's where most of them were, and I was thinking, you know, sort of this was where the swim was, and they're out in that swim, but they're actually here. They're sort of just to my right. It's hard to put a pin on it, but I don't know if to get it from this swim next door here, or go around there. Oh God, this is the beauty of carp fishing, isn't it? You know, especially in the colder months. You know, I'm not going to call it winter because it ain't anyway. It's November, but it's definitely not even winter conditions. It feels like bloody. It's not even like autumn conditions. It feels like summer. Well, it's not summer, but anyway. I am thinking I need to go on that other side, and I know I could sort of get the water from just next door, and people might be thinking, you know, oh, it's just there, you know, it's not that big of a lake. But if I know anything about fishing in general, but especially in the colder months, the fish aren't getting around so much. You've got to be bang bang on them, and I couldn't 100% locate and pinpoint them fish to me right behind these bushes. I've got a feeling they were a bit further over as well. There was definitely one this sort of size, but yeah, the ones that I definitely had were definitely more that side. So I've just got, you know, that 10, 20, 30 yard difference from one side to another is a big difference, you know, especially if there's weed in between. It could be quite happily tucked up in a load of weed over there, which I'm pretty sure they are. It's so weedy still. So plan is, I want to see the morning out. I want to see it come light. I want to see if there's any fizzing going on my spark, because I put a little bit of bait out. So I'm in no rush. See if I can get some liners. You know, if things start materialising over here, then happy days. You know, I could quite easily get day bites. You know, winter. I keep calling it winter. The colder months are so unpredictable with bite times. You know. Who knows what mode they're in, because the bites aren't coming thick and fast all the time like they do in the warmer months, in the summer, etc. You know, you just don't know when feeding or bite time is in the colder months. But like I say, in the warmer months, you're getting them, you know, loads of people are on and more people are catching, so you can sort of start to narrow it down to a certain time of activity, if you like. So that's the plan anyway. Just keep my eyes peeled, ears peeled, everything peeled, apples peeled. Not that I'm eating any apples, not essential. And yeah, just I'm so eager to get round there. But I know that it's worth seeing it out a little bit. When it come light, see if anything else happens. As soon as you start packing away and moving, your eyes are off the lake, aren't they? So that's the plan.
Early morning move. I am on the way. Gone. I am moving over to the social swim, which is there. So basically them fish, like I said, here, this area here, which is fished by that swim there. Now, could have seen it out this morning, but no time like the present. I always find as well in the colder months that, you know, having that nice clear day period ahead of you all settled is really good going into the evening, because that evening time can be a really good time of bite time. Like evening, I've always found evening, a couple hours into dark till sort of 1, 2 in the morning, that's your best period. So if you can keep quiet, you know, get sorted as quick as I can, let's say quick as I can, get sorted by say the afternoon. I've got all afternoon then, settled rods, no disturbance, the fish can get back in the area or what have you if you've moved them, or you know, they start to come out of them ideals and everything's perfectly set, traps are ready, jobs are good. And yeah, I'm going to get round there. Manny's round there as well, a mate of mine, so I'll go round, have a brew with him, ponce a bit of his kit because I ain't got any, and yeah, get in the swim, get sorted. The last thing is I don't want to lose the swim, do I? So got to get round there, get it sorted. I've heard fishing tonight, you know, me being me, sometimes could have moved in the night, but you know, I just turned up, got sorted. They weren't too far away, you know. Had they been down the other end, I'd have 100% moved. I weren't too far away. I had rods rocking, could have quite easily happened, but it ain't. So now I'm making the move. Let's do this. I am around in the social, so basically that's all my vape smoke. I was here, yeah, this swim, yeah, and now these trees, I lined up with these trees to my left, so yeah, they were straight out, probably towards this swim here. So yeah, I think I've got to find somewhere sort of this way, somewhere this way, somewhere this way, cover a few different areas, cover a good expanse of water, with 3 braided quite tight lines, 3 separate spots. You know, I don't know exactly where they are. Hopefully I'm going to hear them again tonight and then be able to hone in on the area. Could hear them in a few zones, so you know, that'd be the right thing to do anyway. But yeah, the beauty of it is I've got find a few different spots,
rigs on all three, a little bit of bait on all three. They're there, I'm going to catch. If they're moving around in this area, I'm going to get liners because I'm tight braided lines. That's the way I fish in the colder months. As things are starting to really slow up, you know, you can do things under the water to give you a little bit more of an advantage, i.e. fishing a few different zones, but also spreading them lines. You know, I change the line angle with the tips up and down, so it changes the line angle through the water. You know, if I put the tips right up, then I'm gonna the line's gonna be at a real acute angle, obtuse angle, whatever angle. obtuse angle, a bit less acute. But anyway, it's going to be at a different angle, and then I can get them midway down and get them right down, changing that angle, trying to pick up them liners, figuring out where they are in the water column, or they might not even be here by the time I've done leading up. It could be really weedy and I end up thrashing it to a foam. But intuition tells me that, obviously what fact tells me they're definitely in the zone, but also intuition tells me they ain't going to go far, because it's really weedy still, and they haven't got loads of energy. You know, they're starting to get a little bit more nomadic, if you like, and yeah, that's it. So let's do it. I'm going to have a little mooch, just one little mooch. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm going to have a little mooch, a little walk, and I'll be back. Just went back my van, got some bits, put it on top of my barrow after my move. What's happened? Magpie was sat on my gear, saluted him and everything, didn't clock what he was up to. He's nailed me bloody lemon muffin, man. Oh god. First time that's ever happened, must be starving. Here's one of the new bits I was on about. How good am I? Look at me looking all posh. Yeah? Little bag to keep it all in. Generally I just used to throw them on top of the barrow in the mat or something. Yeah. All in one nice little bag. Butt grips on these. These are these 2+1, so you can take the middle one off and throw it onto a stick. Single stick if you want. And yeah, just my alarms. And yeah, these swingers are pretty edgy. I was after some new swingers, that's basically what enticed me to go shopping really. But yeah, you can take these weights off, they just slide up and off, which is mega. That just slides up, there's like a little rubber bung that I've pushed it down onto. Just a weight, it's got the old isotope in. And then the best thing is this grips the line. Can't really focus great, but yeah, it, there you go, grips the line, so rather than the line sliding through easily, it just grips it, so you only register a proper liner as opposed to the wind just pulling the line through a pair of sort of balls, if you like. So yeah, there happy days. This little change looks slick, doesn't it? Sleek. Yeah, I'm getting a bit posh in my old age, aren't I? But yeah, nah, I was like a little kid in a sweet shop, set it all up, putting it all together in there. Yeah, got a few different bars in it. The stone poles on it. It's got the old spike on the end that just goes in, bang. Even the same as the stick's got the twist. But anyway, enough of that. So then, I have basically found a couple of lovely spots. One silty to the right, sort of straight out, not too far, sort of. That's where I think I saw that one that bounced clean out. Yeah, not too far out. And then I push one a bit further that way because I feel like that's the sort of area where I was hearing them behind that tree from over there. Found a lovely hard zone out there among the weeds, 6 foot of pullback on it, silty on the right hand side of it, gravelly on the left. Really confident about that one. This one's in the silt, so again, found in a couple of different zones to find out what they're eating over, if they're eating. Sure they are. Now we just want to find one out this way. Sort of, you probably won't see it on camera, but yeah, it's over here somewhere. I'm going to find one that way, 'cause it's a bit of unfished water there really, you know, around this corner. Everyone sort of aims that way, and the next swim is round the corner, so this area sort of don't really get fished as much, and sort of gets overlooked, but you do see fish there. I remember when my brother was in that swim there last time when we did the social, there was quite a lot of fizzing going on out there, so I imagine there's probably quite a bit of weeds, but hopefully find a spot out there somewhere. 3 different spots. fucking wet. Look at this. I've got to get this spot so precise. I had the spot. Look at this. Sure you can see that. Look at all the clay coming on that. Whoa. Lovely. Oh, I've got it. I get it. Whoa. There's a part of it that's just like, hence why I had to, look at this. Obviously I know it's not focusing great, but wow. Look at that. Laddy lad. Clay lid. But yeah, so that's one gravel spot, one clay spot, one silt spot. Do I even need to say any more? Where this fish been sort of showing in the dark. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too much with all that lead. This rod's been a pain. It's got to crack off in a minute. Oh. I'll absolutely smash it. Right, let's get the rods done. Done. Lovely, man. I'll tell you what, a sick angler I am. Getting absolutely mugged off by this penguin. Honestly, he just keeps nailing me, lads. Where is he? Where's he gone? He's done one. Honestly, he's doing me in. I'm on you, mate. I'm on you. Get away. He's coming back for me, muffin. Look at that. Mows it. Muppet. 8 penguins. What a beautiful day. It's starting to go a bit grey, although on this screen it doesn't look like it. But trust me, the sky is grey. Probably only an hour or so left of light anyway, so just had myself a little nap. So just gonna chill out, have some food in a bit. Hopefully here's some carp. Few bangers for a banger, yeah. Who's getting hungry now? Yes. I got that excited to eat it, I didn't even film it, but yeah, that's how it looks. It looked a lot better, I promise. I still managed to put it on the gram. It just didn't make the vlog. Sorry, vloggers. But yeah, it was mega. Well, it is mega. I'm going, bye. Just been studying another little zone there. Probably for about an hour now. And I've heard 2. One of them was a Donkey Kong. The other one was Donkey Kong's brother. Probably same fish, but he's a big carp. But I'm obviously happy here because he had them ones yesterday, but I'm just gonna stay up here for another hour because it was like, that's why I went and had a little listen in that other zone, just because I knew it was show time, same time as last night sort of thing, because I sort of knew I'd heard fish here. I thought rather than just listen to fish possibly in this area again, let's hear if they're somewhere else a little bit different, based on a hunch really. And they were. So I'm just going to sit out here for another. I'm just basically just sat on my bed listening. I'm listening for about, well, all night really, but I've just been sat in that other zone for about an hour, and I sat here for a couple of hours just listening. I heard one possible here, but yeah, them other two were literally rod lengths from the bank. Like, pooed myself when the first one came out. Bird again. So yeah, see what happens here in the next hour, and then if it's like dead and nothing happens, at least I've still got something positive. I mean, I'm happy and confident here, but you know, I've got another little thing to go on there, and I know exactly where they were, and it's quite a hemmed in sort of small area as well, like actually right in a little sort of corner if you like. So that'd be, you know, I feel like you'd be right on top of them there. Just going through my mind, just waffling. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I've got to keep these out. Welcome to White Swan. Nothing has happened, even though I was very, very confident. And they say confidence catches bloody fish. I'm only joking, it definitely does. Because I'm confident I'm gonna move, and then I'm confident I'm gonna catch one. But yeah, it's ended up staying up to about probably 2:30 last night. I had very little up here, so whether it's my wedding, I did hear a couple sort of over where I was. Well, potentials. One was a definite. Don't know if it's exactly where I was, but it was over that direction, obviously. Yeah. So yeah, met whether me wedding up and that, find them spots, but got them spots now. You know, if I turn up here in a couple of weeks, when I'm next back, I can drop on them. Got to take this call, be back in a sec. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Yeah, now I've got them spots, you know, if I turn up here next week. I mean, that's why it pays to go from a sort of, you know, go to the same place every week, because you know, you sort of know them spots. I'd have known them spots, obviously I haven't done much time on here, so I don't really know any spots, so every session is a fresh session every time I turn up. So that obviously goes against me, and the last thing you should want to be doing, especially this time of year, is leading up swims and that. You know, I should have all this sort of homework in the bag, if you like. But you know, that's just part and parcel. If I haven't been down, I haven't been down. Just gotta go with it. But yeah, I'm gonna move. Gonna move to where I had them couple last night. Gonna have this brew now. Still, it's only early now. Got up about 7 o'clock. I didn't go to bed till late. I'm getting a bit knackered, but if I don't get home and I'm knackered, then I know I haven't worked as hard as I should have done, especially this time of year, because I know in the night is when you need to be up. But yeah, I am going to move. Another fresh swim, whatever, a couple of fish. Look, at the very least I'm going to be learning, which is a positive. That's what you've got to take. I'm learning so much. I've been over there, I got some of my baiting, got 3 new spots over here, got some of my baiting, hearing fish, gone down to the bottom, hearing fish, gonna move in there, gonna get spots, get some of my baiting. You know, there's all these things that are building up. It was a little bit misty that went, isn't it? Sorry about that. Yeah, so building up this jigsaw, aren't I? Hopefully, I mean, there's always a chance, but hopefully by the time I've built up a little bit of a jigsaw over the next few weeks, hopefully it hasn't shut up, you know. They're giving themselves away enough for me to be able to sort of, you know, have half a chance. I mean, this lake is renowned for shutting up real early and throwing up 0 bites. So, You know, and it seems like that's what's going on. But I'm hearing them. If I'm hearing them, they can be catchable if you get it right. So hopefully I get it right. So I'm moving. Can have this brew, start wrapping up, get on the move. Ooh. Take these off. In the swim. Yeah, I'll show you the swim. I think it's called Peg 4, this one. Bench, don't know. End swim. Basically, there's the bench. So basically, this is the very bottom end here. And I heard a fish. I was stood further up the bank last night, and it was definitely in this vicinity. So I've ran down, stood here for another sort of 20 or so minutes, and one just jumped out just off the end of this tree here, probably 2 rod lengths. I lined it up with a tree on the horizon, about 2 rod lengths further than this tree. That's about all I've got to go on, but they're definitely big fish. That's the thing. I've got up this tree here. I can see that there's a prominent sort of hole in some weed there, but looks like a bit of a savage limelight. But here's a spot just down the slope here. As you go down this slope, there's a bit of a clearing. You can just see it. It's the sort of thing that you would look for when you're in the boat looking for a fresh sort of scraping. It's a different colour to anything else. It's definitely fresh. So I feel like I can just wade out and drop a rig there, or maybe it might be a little flick, but yeah, I can definitely get a rig there, little handful of bait, that's it, it's right in the edge. And then maybe just have a feel out here with a few flicks, hopefully I can find a bit of a zone, just to clear, just anything. I don't want to cause too much disturbance, because they can quite easily be gone out of here. They're obviously here. How many is here I don't know. There's at least one, but it was, but we'll see. Oh. Found a couple of nice spots. One about 40 yards, one about sort of in that silty zone what I was on about of where I had that one show last night. There's a little silty smooth zone. I'm just going to wade that one down the edge here just because it looks nice. Could probably squeeze 2 rods on that one out there, but it's a real tight zone. All real nice, loads of weed out here, loads. Sort of tells me why they're here. Didn't do too much leading, maybe did 15 leads on that one, 8 or 9 on that one. You know, you got to do it, haven't you? You don't want to break your heart, but yeah, just prepping the old rigs, got the old noodle doodles going, got 3 noodles going out. Like I say, I'm going to wade that one down here and yeah, have a thump around, hopefully I find that, and 4 bait, job's good. Sick. Hey guys, we're in night mode because it's night time. Yeah, it's been a while since I what's going on, battery up? It's been a while since I updated you really of what I've been up to. Basically got them rods out earlier, just been sat watching, seen absolutely nothing. I did hear one flick out just short, could have been a 10 so. I was chatting to one of the lads that's a bit further up, but I have just hit one. It sounded like a good fish, lump out to me left, probably 40 or so yards out and a bit, definitely a swim down at least to me left. It's a good sign, a buzzing. So I've walked down to mate who's a couple of swims down, and he's not in his swim, so I don't think he's heard it. Well, he hasn't heard it. So, because I was going to say where was that, but he's not there, so. But yeah, it was a definite carp, sounded a good one. It's still here, so I've got 3 rigs absolutely rocking. Come on, I'm buzzing. Yes! Go on, it's a chunk. Oh, I am. It's the edge rod as well. The one real close in. Oh my god, my adrenaline. This is a big fish. A very big fish. And look at this. Let's go and see him. Oh my days. Look at this. My of you carp gods. Oh my god. That's a big fish. I'm shaking, I've got to go. I've got to go. Oh my god. Oh. You know what I mean? One thing. Little celebratory brew. The old carp's out there in the swing. Oh, I haven't even told you what it is, have I? Done a little bit of footage before I even got you, mate. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything because we're going to keep this one quiet. It's a fish called the Sanford Common, £41. Can't believe it. It's at that edge rod down the edge, in the edge. What you seen me place earlier. What time is it? About half 11 that bite. Can't, honestly, that is mental. Couple of feet of water this time of year. What we're saying?
Banging.
Banging! Alright, gonna have a brew and we'll get it out. I don't want to be that guy, do you? Do me hair and that, do me wig. Come on, go. Right, give it a test shot, lads.
Yeah.
Fire a few off in it. How's that? Right, mate. Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
How are they looking, mate?
Yeah.
What are we saying? You see him? Yeah?
Yeah.
How's he looking? Absolutely mega. November Common. What are you saying? £41. Right, I am buzzing. Oh. Getting back, lad.
Yeah, mate.
Got like a bit of a gold shoulder, hasn't it?
Mm.
Right, when I seen that across the back of the net, I went, wow! Look at that. That's a sick fish, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Come on, girl. Get it. Nice one for that.
Nice one, mate. Well on.
How well is that? I am still blown away, man. Proper blown away. Now if that ain't a plan coming together, I don't know what is. That's a real special capture, that is. Real special. Just how it all came together. There's my bloody anti-tangle swing. Just had it. What the hell? Aha! I got it. Yeah, just had to. Oh! What's going on? Hello, focus. Ta-da! Just had to shoot back the van and get some more bait. Matey, What's the rods? I've got that's a full bucket of bait I've put out. I mean, I didn't put that much over there, just put a few handfuls, didn't I? But still shows, just giving it on. That's a fish that, bless me, Thank you to anyone that just also blessed me. That fish is, I know that's the one that Lukey had John's linear with. So, who knows? Not that I'm being greedy or anything. But yeah, it just shows like, you know, that little bit of extra effort in the night, and you know, this time of year, you know, if you're going to turn up, I mean, each to their own obviously, but you know, if you're going to turn up and just sort of guess and, you know, just hope that it happens, then there's no way in a million years I would have probably, or anyone else, I'll probably admit, would have had a rig down that edge there in a few feet of water at this time of year after seeing, you know what I mean, and just guessing it, you know, that fish that just stuck its head off at the end of this tree last night, followed by getting up the tree today, followed by seeing a little bit of a fresh scraping in the ground. And so ultimately led to that capture, you know. I'm just saying it as it is, sort of thing, you know. I'm not sitting there bigging it up. Ow! Wow, that's got John's on here all over it. He's a sharpen. But yeah, what a buzz that was. Honestly, my adrenaline was through the roof. Like, short rod, middle of November, in the edge, you know, it just like everything about it just sort of, you know, it absolutely melted off. Literally, I'm not long here to fish. I don't know how far we got talking. When I updated you, I'm sure I told you about hearing some fish. But yeah, basically, it was almost, you know, any other time of year you'd have probably stuck the waders on, but it's probably mid-November. So it's that location, isn't it? Location is key. Sorry, I'm just waffling now, but I am bloody hell wading this rod straight back out. So bear with me, it needs to go out, I don't care. I know it's in the edge and I've had a bite, but bang, a couple handfuls. Should be able to do it in the dark untouched. No sort of where it is, so gotta do it, and I could just be a couple of them little mates just shot in the weed and have to come back. Obviously a natural zone, no one's baiting that. I've obviously just clocked out the trees. There's that little slight colour difference in the silt. Definitely been feeding her, natural zone. It might have just been that one doing it, but so it tells me there's probably a group of fish been visiting it, so keep that one to myself, I think. Pulling me away, honestly, I don't even know what to say. Honestly don't know what to say. It's a really hard one now, especially with the capture, just because a lot of lads have pulled off now. So it's such an hard one. So many people know me here. So, you know what it's like. Any joy, mate? No? Yeah. Anyway, worry about that tomorrow. Let's go into the live. Check this out. What it's all about, this is the thing, like, obviously no one's fishing this swim for probably a long time, I would imagine. You know, from what I can gather, everyone's sort of half giving up. And last thing I want to do is relight any flames. So we'll see. Matey next door sort of knows, so I mean, yeah, I'm sure he'd keep it quiet if I asked, but cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's buzz about the capture. £41 comment. Oh my god, I just heard one out here. I've just heard one out there. Sick. I've got to pull another night, I have. I might have to do another night. Oh, bloody hell. Just trying to think what I've got to do. I've got a lot to do, but when stuff like this is going on, you've got to capitalise on it. Like I said earlier, that's a fish that Luke had. Definitely sure Luke braced that with John's linear. Not that that matters, but they are obviously possibly mates, you know. I'm obviously on probably the right group of fish feeding. They're in a zone. What's unpressured, obviously having a little bit of a munch, happy with me bait, happy with, you know what I mean, it's all going in my head. I really need to think about staying on, but also, this is what I'm saying about sort of keeping it a bit quiet. I've got to be careful that I don't give it all away and people come down and it gets pressured, or, you know what I mean, I need to, you know, I've got next week as well to come back to this, so ideally I need to be, you know, able to get back in the area and put a bit of my bait in when I go, you know, and turn back up. I'm sure you understand that, but at the same time it's really hard for me anyway to keep quiet. Not that I can't hold my tongue, it's just, you know, I'm not like a soul angler, if you know what I mean. I'm sure lads watching this might be like, you know, I can keep it quiet because you know, I don't, no one really knows I'm going fishing or whatever, you know, whereas obviously I'm quite active on Instagram, and so everyone knows where I'm at. You know, it's hard when mates are asking, oh, any joy, you know, lads that I class as good mates at fish here, you know, any joy, and it's like, no mate, nothing. It's an hard one, isn't it? So, but if I was just down here, kept myself to myself, no one knew I was here, I went on the gram, no one's walking around looking if I'm here, you know, I haven't got to go out my way to then tell them, like, that's what I mean. But yeah, so it's hard if people ask if you've had anything. I'm not the sort of person that tells lies, you know. So, like I say, I just blanked the phone. Anyway, forget all that. I've had a £41 common in the middle of November. I'm waffling now because I'm just don't want to. I've got no one else to talk to but you, and I'm buzzing my head off. It's too late at night. I'm gonna ring my mum, wake her up. Right, hopefully be reporting back with another one, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But I'm obviously onto something here. A few feet of water in the edge. There's things going on up here, trust me. Right guys, I've literally just finished updating you like 2 minutes ago. Don't worry, I haven't got a fish, but I think I'm on for one. I just did like 3 fish in about 5 minutes, not even that. Can't believe it. One, the last one was like bang on the right hand of these two, I reckon, in that little silty area. Oh, I don't even know what's going on. What's going on? This is mental. This is mental. Come on, the carp gods. First light. One rod down. I've just had a pike. Who catches a cat? A cat? Who catches a pike on the deck? What the hell? Everything's hungry. But anyway, regardless of that, it got me excited for a second, for obvious reasons, because I've already had a carp, so I definitely thought it was one. It was a melter. But yeah, regardless of that, I'm still buzzing. I woke up thinking, was that a bit of a dream? It certainly wasn't. Anyway, I'm just trying to think of ways to swing an extra night. Got loads to be doing, I have, but things like this, you know what I mean, this sort of thing can go on. I hope you can even see me. I am here, I promise. Yeah, things like this don't happen every day, do they? So I think if I can pull out some stops, I better do it now than trying to use up any sort of free time in a few weeks, you know. Can quite easily be done by then. So this place will shut up, but I'm just getting a little window of opportunity on. I've got to capitalise on it, got to.
Little celebratory breakfast. Little sausage pate, cheese slice, egg and a bagel. All comes in that one little package. Chops are good in.
Still buzzing. Obs. I think I've been buzzing about that one for a long time. Definitely got to pull another night, simple as that.
I thought I'd get on this tree, have a look at my spot, see how much damage it's done. And I've got a feeling there was more than one fish down there. May they have mullered it. I don't think you're going to see it. See if I can get these shades over. Zoom in. No. It's down there though. And it's doubled in size. There's a big yeah, this is sick. It's a proper zone, this is. They've definitely been in there. It's a lot bigger. Can't believe it. Literally right there. What's the bloody chances? Mental. I have to get 2 rods on it tonight. Basically, just been up that tree as you just saw, and there's another little spot I can see just round the bend of these reeds. I think I can just make it out. So I'm going to wade through these reeds as far as I can get and just sort of flick. I've lined it up from the tree like what it's in line with. Just have a flick, because it could quite easily be like a bit of a gorging ground down here where they're coming into this margin for them naturals in the night. And it's a bit further away, you know. It's always better to have a couple of rods in a zone of where they are, you know. But at the end of the day, if they're coming down this margin, they're more than likely going to end up here and eating there. But it's quite a bit round, so I feel like it's a totally different spot altogether. And if the natural feeding zones could quite easily end up occupied on that one and not come here, so I'm confident on one of them rods out there anyway, the longer one of the two. But I don't feel like the one that went with the... Did I tell you I had a pike this morning? I had a pike, by the way, randomly. Yeah, I did. I'm not so confident on the other one that I had the pike on. You know, having a pike on a bottom bait sort of says, you know, was it hung up a little bit, maybe in some little strandy weed? Oh, thought I had an alarm then. But yeah, that's that really. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it now. Why not? Gonna get everything sorted. Just every now and then this wind just dies off a little and just starts seeing a little bit of fizzing, and then literally I've just seen one come straight out, right sort of probably behind where mate is fishing, I reckon. Come right out, flop, in the day. What is going on? This is definitely a window, definitely got to capitalise. Them 2 rods down here just set for the night, they're absolutely smack on, so confident down there if they turn up. Then I've just got to want to redo this rod out in the pond. I feel like the wind was affecting me a little bit. I can get it real accurate, real on the exact part of that spot that I want. I sort of settled yesterday for not second best, but I got the drop, but it's not exactly where I wanted it. It's definitely fishing, it's not exactly where I wanted it within that spot, the spot within the spot. So yeah, I'm going to get that done as soon as this wind really does start to dip, as you can see now. It's really dipping off, you know, so getting a little low on this wind. I'm ready to wind that in. I got a fresh rig ready to go, wrap it up, fresh rig, job's an absolute good. Right, just about to get this rig out. Oh sorry, I didn't tell you, yeah, so I had to re-lead the spot, just because changing wind means changing wraps sometimes, potentially, and it was 2 foot short this time. So yeah, just going to get the rig out. Yeah, it was 2 feet shorter, 2.5 feet shorter, so it's well worth doing. Where I was, what the normal clip was just hitting in the crap at the back, just kept adjusting, bang. Well, I actually did it with the footwork, so I just stood a couple of feet back on the ground here on, you know what I mean, and it went down, so literally, yeah, just took 2 feet off.
and job's good. Right, gonna get this rig out. Oh, good one. Yes. Seven weeks later. Honestly, that must have been 15 casts, but as you might know, or not know, but it was. And the spot's that small, but this part that I want to be on it is, well, it's a small spot anyway. I'll picture it to be maybe unlooking that size, maybe a bit bigger. But the part that I want to be on is probably half that. Well, I don't know, I'm probably exaggerating, but it's very small. Like my willy. Ooh, sick. The rods are out, the set. I am extremely confident, but I am also extremely tired, as I'm sure you can imagine. I reckon I've probably only had about maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep in the nights that I've been here, in total, that is. You know, some people might think that's daft, you know, but obviously I'm hoping that my mentality and my fishing and the reasons behind that come across in this vlog, you know, to sort of show, you know, I try my best to, you know, obviously I'm not documenting and getting everything, but I'm really trying my best to get my points across as to what I'm doing, because people obviously like to see it, you know, or you know, to learn from it, you know, if you're watching to learn or whatever, you know, I'm sure there's always something to pick up. I'm always picking stuff up from other people and learning all the time. If you think you know everything about carp fishing, you're definitely wrong, because they're constantly changing. Lakes are changing, fish are changing, the lake's always changing with the seasons and the weathers. There's so much to learn, and I'm always learning, and I know all the lads that I consider the best at what they do are always learning too. So yeah, I'll stop being all diplomatic now and say the rods are out, the rods are rocking. And by the way, one thing I didn't say earlier, some people might have been thinking, why is he wading them rods out? Why don't he just flick them and, you know, stay out of the water and that? I'm doing it for that precision, but more importantly, the one that I waded through the reeds, I didn't show you on the camera, I don't think. There's a big ball of weed with a load of silkweed over the top of it, just that's in line with that spot. Probably could flick it from the margin from here, but if I did it from here, the line lay would go straight over it. It'd be savage over the top. It's not the one to have waded down the reeds to get past the weed almost, flick it on the spot, and then put my line lay around the weed and walk it back, so everything's real deep down, you know, everything's buried. I've got them fluorocarbon leaders just bedded in, sinking braid obviously, and yeah, I can't be any more confident. Honestly, it's like, it's all down to the carp now, and the carp gods. Come on, grey one, John's linear, triple roll, son of triple roll, Darren's linear, whiskers, there's loads, snake lin, what else have I missed? There's loads, John's common, and that's about your top 18 there. I don't think I've missed any. Any of them fish would be sick, but any fish in general would be sick. But if not, I'm already happy. 41 pound November common, what are you saying, Lid? Right, I'm going to stop spamming you now, and because I'm pulling an extra night, I suppose I'm going to have to get a takeaway, aren't I? Because I didn't really bring the supplies, just had to ponce a bit of milk and water off next door. But yeah, happy days, lovely times. Alright, shut up now, Scott. How do I do this? That was a quiet night. Absolutely nothing happened. Didn't hear a fish. Nothing. However, I did go to bed early because I've got to leave early. So, yeah, I've got to leave. Got to be on the road for about 8 at the latest. Got a charity football match that I'm going to watch. I've got a few bits and bobs to do as well. Bloody hell. Don't know why it didn't happen. Because I'm crap. No, I think possibly a little bit of extra pressure. There's a couple of lads in this bay now. Maybe that. I can't see them moving for any reason. It's that time of year where there's plenty of weed out here. But I think they're still here. Just, yeah, I'm pick one up. Simple as that. It happens. And it is late in the year. So, let's blame it on that, eh? But regardless, I mean, I got another possibly half an hour of a chance, but looks very unlikely. But it's been a good session. It's been a good start to me winter campaign, if you like. It's not going to be a campaign. I'm going to just come here as and when I can, but it's been a good start. I think you'll agree. One of the 18. Sick fish that was. And yeah, got about the pond. Got some of my bait everywhere. Got different spots mapped up. Here's where there's a couple of different groups of fish. Obviously round on that bend and down here. And yeah, learnt loads. And hopefully that'll stand me in sort of good stead for next for starting point next session. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Even if I'd not caught, I've still got loads of information for next week. So, see you next week. Oh, let's catch another one.